Okay, I think we're going to continue where we left off with Chinese Lay's potato chips here, and did a lot of meat in the last stream, I guess, the last video. So this time we're going on a diet, and strictly vegetable type flavors here. We've got seaweed, and then we've got like natural taste seaweed with I think 50% less fat. It says there. We also have got cucumber. And then we've got two types of taro chips. One is taro and lime, and the other is taro and black pepper. So I'm going to try them both right now. All right, so let's just get started here. I want to start with seaweed first because I think I know what seaweed tastes like, right? So we'll just jump with that. This is just going to be a chip with seaweed on it. It doesn't look like it. It kind of does. I mean, there's like little... Yeah, ooh, we had it in focus for like a second. But yeah, you can see the little flakes on here. So it's not like they just... Maybe they did just grind up seaweed. Let's try it though. Very subtle. Like, I know you can just go to the store and buy seaweed strips and just eat that. So that's about as intense as you could get. This still just tastes like a regular chip with a little bit, it's like something on it. Like, I'm not immediately like hit. Like, even this bag doesn't smell like, whoa, the seaweed. No. It's not quite as salty, but doesn't really hit like a seaweed chip does. So this is very like almost indiscernible in terms of the actual seaweed taste here. So still a good chip, but you know, kind of missing me with the flavor itself here. Now let's try this one. It says it is like a natural taste of the seaweed here. And it's also got less fat. So let's see if this is any better. Also nice kind of pretty bag. Whoa, and fucking chips just go all over the place if you open your bag like an animal like me. Chip looks about the same. The flakes maybe are a little bigger there. You can see it there. So it doesn't taste like you're just eating seaweed. The chip itself tastes a little different though. Like, it's not salty. It's a little bit more savory. It might be a little bit more of the seaweed flavor in it, but again, it's still just really subtle. You don't really get anything until the very end. Let me try it again. Right on there. It tastes a little something, and it tastes like the sea. It almost tastes a little bit more fishy than seaweed. You think, well, seaweed's from the sea, right? Yeah, but seaweed has a flavor, and none of these have that flavor. Yeah, just like savory chip. It doesn't taste like a Lay's chip, though. So none of these just taste like a chip. So they're different in that respect, but they're not really seaweed either, so it's kind of weird. I don't have any water with me, so I'm just going to have to power through this. But hey, you know what is like a 90% water vegetable? A cucumber. So I will just refresh myself with a cucumber chip. Is this going to be like really light and refreshing, or is it just going to be like a flavor that mimics that type? Maybe I won't get it at all. You know what? I thought maybe they'd be green, kind of like you can get dill pickle chips and whatnot, but you can't really tell what this is by looking at it. What the? All right, they did something weird here. It's kind of, there's some sort of flavoring on this. It's not, you know, what else could they have done, right? Some sort of powder. And it's initially kind of really sweet, and then after it kind of processes, it does taste like it almost, right now, like the back of my mouth, it almost tastes like there's a faint, like almost like a mintiness. Now, it doesn't taste like mint, but maybe there's some sort of related ingredient going on here that makes it taste like that kind of, it's not sour because it's not like a pickle, but that there's that flavor that you get when you eat a cucumber. And it's kind of right there, it's lingering at the top of my mouth there. Nothing right now. Right here is like a weird, something's coming over and like, what the heck? And then right before you swallow, you start to experience the cucumber here. So it's like a weird transformation that this thing goes through right away, which is still pretty cool. Very interesting. Yes, sometimes people might be like, oh, it's kind of gross, like a crunchy chip. But cucumbers themselves, if they're good, they're crispy and they're crunchy, right? So this is pretty neat. So try the cucumber chips if you can find them there. Now moving on over to taro. I got the Wikipedia page over here. Taro is a root vegetable. It is the most widely cultivated species of several plants in the family Araceaceae that are used as vegetables for their corms, leaves, stems, and I don't even know what half these words are. But they come from African, Oceanic, East Asian, Southeast Asian, and South Asian cultures. So it's a type of root that's kind of like a potato or like a yam, but not. It's its own different thing. So do not take my word for it. I just Googled it and did a bad job of reading it. So anyway, we've got two kinds here. They've got not just it by itself. It's not like it's a sweet potato chip. They have one with black pepper and this one with lime. So we just came from the cucumber. Let's just jump into the lime. It's just like a lime chip. Like it's not like it's like a purple, like ube or something. Again, can't even open the bags. No, I'm gonna do the rippy tear. I don't like doing that. All right, rip and tear. Look at this. What is this? I thought that's like just what the thing looked like on the bag. Now what is this like the actual chip made from it? And they just put lime on it? What the heck? Whoa. Yeah, this is not like a potato chip. This is its own thing. I'm looking at the picture over here and it kind of looks like that. Yeah, look at this thing. So it is this chip, taro chip, that they put like a lime seasoning on it. So this is kind of like thicker. It's not as crisp. It tastes like it has a little bit more effort that you need to like chew it. Slightly thicker than like a regular chip would be. I don't really know. It's not really salty. Like it's kind of like its own muted thing. But there's this lime sprinkling on it. So that, what the heck? This is just kind of neat because it's its own thing. How often you got like non-potato chips? So it doesn't taste like a sweet potato. It doesn't taste like a yam flavor or anything like that. So it's just like its own base for the chip. Have to put this lime flavoring on top of. Seems like more like a chill, like a muted potato. Like potatoes taste a little bit more kind of like salty and greasy. This one tasted like it kind of can just hold its own. It's like more of a just I don't know how healthy it is compared to like a potato chip, but it seemed like it was, yeah, it's like did its own little thing there. It's probably going to be the same thing just with pepper on it. We're not opening bags today. Ooh, there we go. Look how it smells lemony. Oh, look at this chip. Focus on me. There we go. Kind of got it there. So yeah, this is just one big solid thing. So it looks like they just put this through the machine and cut it up and then put some pepper on it. Not really like a peppery flavor though. I don't really taste too much in terms of pepper. Like there's like salt and pepper chips. Peppery is really peppery. This is very, very light, very subtle. So I'm assuming this is what you would want if you want to just try what a taro tastes like. Because this is not like just hitting you over the head. Veins and stuff on here. That is not flavoring. I think that is the taro itself. Yeah, so pretty good, and it's interesting. Like it's not gross, and not in terms of just kind of like, oh, this was weird, I never had this before. Flavoring wise, these are both very kind of just like subtle. There's not too much going on here. If you want to definitely just try it to see what this thing tastes like, it's pretty cool. So find it. This one does not really taste really peppery. So if you're like, I don't like pepper, this is not like a black pepper chip. Like I barely could taste it. This one almost had a little bit too much of the lime powder. I didn't really know what I was tasting. Like, was it the vegetable itself or the powder? This one is a lot more going on. This is more of just kind of like a natural flavor here. The cucumber again was kind of cool because it has this weird like thing that goes on, but at the end you're kind of like, oh yeah, that's that like cucumber flavor here. So they pulled it off through some science trickery going on here. And then the seaweed ones, oddly enough, don't really taste like seaweed. They've got kind of their own thing going on here. This one tastes a little bit more like the sea. Neither one of them tasted like you had just took a bag of chips, sprinkled in some seaweed flakes, mixed it up, and called it a day. So they're doing their own thing here, and I guess they're okay. In terms of like a regular old chip, they're fine. They taste good. None of these were bad per se. In terms of being the most accurate, I gotta give it to cucumber. And then the taro ones are cool just because they're in a chip made entirely with something, not a potato. So try them all out here. I'm not going to hold them all up because they're all weird bags, but I got a few more left to go. So we're going to power on through. I'm going to finish these bags off screen. You guys have a good day, and I'll see you soon.